Rockstar Games, the creators of Grand Theft Auto.
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 Grand Theft Auto 6 is one of the most anticipated games ever, with pre-orders expected to be hitting over $1 billion, and sales projected to be hitting $3.2 billion within just the first year, following the footsteps of the highly praised Grand Theft Auto 5 that came before it. You see, Grand Theft Auto is one of the most popular games that fall under the category of being an open world game. You see, with open world it usually means large maps, which means there's lots to do, which means there's lots to see. So at the end of the day, the possibilities are endless, and Rockstar is known for adding as much detail as possible, as we saw with their previous game, Red Dead Redemption 2. Some examples we saw is horses are actually scared of predators, snow tends to fall down whenever you walk past the branches, and animals you kill start to decompose over time. Details like this help Rockstar Games go from just another random game to a masterpiece. However, there is a downside to quality, and its main enemy is time. You see, the first Grand Theft Auto game was released in 1997, with Grand Theft Auto 2 coming shortly after in 1999 following the success of Grand Theft Auto 1 coming in at around 3 million copies sold. However, it wasn't until 2001 when Rockstar would strike gold. In 2001, Rockstar would come out with Grand Theft Auto 3, which would take over the world by storm. After going from a top view perspective, it would finally be making its way to the 3D atmosphere. Grand Theft Auto 3 would come to sell over 14 million copies, with Vice City coming out 1 year later, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas in 2004, just 3 years after Grand Theft Auto 3 came out.
Coincidence? I think not!
Anyways, Rockstar was on a roll, dropping hit after hit in only a 3-year span. However, Rockstar would not drop another main title game until Grand Theft Auto 4, where it all changed. Grand Theft Auto 4 was released in 2008 for PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, as well as PC, but in just 4 years, Rockstar managed to go from this to this. The graphics had gone from polygons and fingerless hands to now my boy Nico could actually pick his nose if he wanted to. Besides fingers, the details in this game were out of this world at the time. For example, you could shoot the gun off of a cop's hand if you wanted to. Traffic lights would swing if the weather showed signs of high winds. And the outfits that the cops would wear would change based on the weather. Need I say more? Rockstar had added much more details at the cost of 4 years, rather than 3 games in just 3 years. But now don't get me wrong, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas remains as one of the best Grand Theft Auto games of all time, and one of my personal favorites to be honest, but the graphics and attention to detail in games around this time was changing, and it was changing quick, so Rockstar had to adapt, and the quality over quantity is what Rockstar was prioritizing, and boy was it worth it.
Why did I move here? I guess it was the weather.
5 years later, Grand Theft Auto 5 would release.
Coincidence?
Whoa. Same joke twice? Hold up, what? Alright, for real this time. Well, Grand Theft Auto would release in 2013, breaking record sales, becoming the fastest selling game of all time, with $800 million in sales on the first day, and over $1 billion within the first 3 days. Grand Theft Auto 5 not only sold over $1 billion, but it also had its flowers to claim, with it currently standing at a 97% on Metacritic, and IGN giving it a 10 out of 10. It well deserved the name of a masterpiece. Now I remember back when I was 13 years old, I walked into a GameStop, and there it was, looking at me. Standing before me was the copy of Grand Theft Auto 5. And I just knew that I had to walk out of the store with the game, so I went to the cashier and told them, hey, 1 copy of GTA please. The cashier looked at me and said, absolutely not, my dude. So I ran back as fast as I could to my dad's car and hopped in angry. Dad, they won't let me buy the game. My dad looked back at me and was like, what the fuck you mean they don't let you buy the game? Fine, let's go.
Hey guys, welcome to
GameStop. He looks at my dad and he was like, "Sir, you are aware that this game contains guns, drugs, smoking, nudity, gore, sexual content, the use of alcohol, vulgar language, blood, robberies." My dad looked back at me and was like, "You really want this?" "Yeah, I mean, if you want it, let's get it then." Into which little me was like, "All right, yeah, let's do it."
Coffee that.
And I walked out with it. And that's how I got my copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 when I was 13 years old. Thank you, Dad. Fast forward to 2023 and Grand Theft Auto is literally on every platform imaginable. A little longer and we are literally going to have Grand Theft Auto 5 on a fucking iPad. But finally, on a random Monday, December 4th of 2023,
Lucia, do you know why you're here?
Bad luck, I guess.
when all hope seemed lost, Rockstar announces that GTA 6 is officially coming out, with millions of views racking up in just a short amount of time. But you gotta remember, this was only the announcement. No release date other than coming 2025 was shown. Now I know a lot of you guys are thinking, well, Johnny, what is the sad truth about Grand Theft Auto? To be honest, I feel like it's mainly the fact that we were once kids when this first dropped, and now here we are fully grown, and we are just now finally getting a sequel to the game. For starters, a lot of people that actually experience Grand Theft Auto for the first time, either they don't game no more, and unfortunately some of them, they're no longer with us. And with such a large gap, there's literally kids that grew up with Grand Theft Auto 5 their whole lives. My little brother is one of them. He literally was born, and a few months later, Grand Theft Auto 5 was released. So Grand Theft Auto has literally grown with him this whole time. And now he's literally a teenager. He's about to be 13 years old soon. He literally grew together with Grand Theft Auto 5, and the generation that was once us is now them. He is now the 13-year-old boy that I once was at GameStop that one day. And of course, yes, I am excited about the new Grand Theft Auto, but with such a large gap, we can only imagine when the next Grand Theft Auto is going to drop. But regardless, by then, my little brother's probably going to be fully grown, married maybe, and I might even be in my late 40s. Who knows? And obviously, for some of us, this is literally going to be the last Grand Theft Auto we get to play in our lifetime. But on a happier note, I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering the new Grand Theft Auto the moment that pre-orders are available, and I'm going to be calling in sick with high fever and extreme nausea. I don't know about y'all, but I plan to rot on this chair for at least a week. But in the meantime, let's just hope that everything stays in schedule and it does not get delayed whatsoever. And, just enjoy the time that we have playing with the squad, because it might not get to happen ever again. And if you're my current employer at the time that Grand Theft Auto releases, you heard nothing.